Hey everyone, so we're off to our third phrase in our beginning guitar Malagueña. So the awesome thing about this phrase is that we actually get two phrases in one. We get the third phrase and the fourth phrase by playing the same music. So the third and fourth phrase are the same. The only difference is when you play it the second time, you add one note at the very end just to end the song. So here's how it goes. This one's slightly more complicated than our first two phrases. But again, that little bit of extra complication, we earn two whole lines out of it, which is awesome. So this will be another 4 groups of 3 notes, and it's going to start with what actually is the octave higher of our original melodies. The original melody goes open, 4, 2, right? You might notice that the first 3 notes of our next phrase, our third phrase, are just an octave higher, but it doesn't feel at all like you're playing the same notes, even though you are. So what we're going to do for this first set here, our first set of 3 notes, is build a tiny little E chord. And you don't need to know that it's an E chord, you just need to know that you're building a tiny little chord out of 2 fingers. So it's very similar to the big E chord that we know from the beginning of the song, but this is going to be even reduced further. So our first finger will be in the same spot it always is for an E chord, which is the first fret of the 3rd string. And then we're just going to use our second finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So we're just going to hold those 2 there for the next 6 notes of the piece. So then all we have to do is think about what our right hand thumb does. So while I'm holding this little chord, I'm going to play 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string. And then I do it again. So again, it sounds a lot like that first phrase, where the first 3 notes repeat, but now we're just up here. And then what we're going to do is for our next 3 notes, we're going to do something actually very similar to what we just did with our little mini chord. We're going to take that little mini chord shape and just hop over to a smaller string. So now my first finger is at the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and my second finger is at the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And we're actually going to play those 2 notes. So that's 3rd string, then 2nd string. And then my next note is going to require me to take my index finger off because it's the open 2nd string, B. So those 3 notes are 2nd fret on the 3rd, 1st fret on the 2nd, and then open on the 2nd. So. And then 3 notes to go. You might have noticed that I left my 2nd finger down on that 2nd fret 3rd string. That's because I knew I was about to use it. So I play my 2nd fret, 1st fret, open. If you've left your 2nd finger there, you can now play it. Otherwise, you need to play the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Then let go of that one and play the 3rd string open. And then it's 3rd fret on the 4th string. So all together we have our little mini chord on the middle 2 strings twice. Then we hop our pattern over to the 2nd and 3rd strings, and we play 2, 1, open. Then our last group is 2, open, 3. And then the awesome thing is we just get to repeat that to get our 4th phrase. So then we do it again. And then to end the piece, it sounds very much like something needs to happen right here, right? Where are we going? It's like a question's been asked, but no answer has been given. So in order to end, we go from that 3rd fret on the 4th string, and we just end on a 2nd fret, 4th string. So actually our 3rd and 4th phrases together sound like this. Repeat. 2nd fret on the 4th string to end. Okay, it's a little more complicated, it might take you a little longer, but remember you're getting a whole lot of extra musical material out of only 4 groups of notes. Make sense? So I'm going to do it one more time, nice and steady, both lines with our ending note. So third phrase now. I'm going to set up my little mini chord on the middle two strings and play strings 4, 3, 2. I'm going to hop my left hand fingers over, repeat with my chord shape, hop, and end on second fret, fourth. One more time, no talking at all, nice and steady. 1, 2, 3. Okay, have fun.